under the silver-gray sky of the far north, Siberia opens up as a world of extremes. Here, nature does not wear its familiar gentleness, but instead displays its most fierce, cold, and primal power. As the long winter blankets the mountains and forests, temperatures regularly drop below -40 degrees Celsius. The brutal cold turns the ground into permafrost, where even a breath escaping into the air instantly freezes into a thin mist. But beneath that terrifying silence, the heartbeat of life has never stopped. It is so resilient that it leaves humans in awe during the brutal battle for survival of the rulers of this frozen land. The real hunt does not begin with an explosive sprint, but with a life and death test of ultimate patience. In the bone-chilling cold of the taiga, the tiger can remain as motionless as a rock for hours. Its thick, two-layered coat does not just provide warmth. The dark stripes traversing its back blur its silhouette into the shadows of the snow. Not far away, a wild deer struggles to find dry grass hidden deep beneath the thick snow. The survival instinct of Siberian herbivores is incredibly sharp. A single snap of a twig is enough to make them flee. But the predator behind is a master. It knows exactly when its prey is most distracted to begin its approach. Every centimeter of movement is calculated with absolute precision. The tiger shifts its entire weight of over 200 kilograms onto the fleshy pads beneath its paws to eliminate sound. It does not rush. In this harsh natural world, a missed pounce means wasting a massive amount of energy accumulated from days before. Its eyes possess the ability to estimate distance with millimeter precision in three-dimensional space. It is measuring wind direction, snow depth, and the deer's reaction speed. The predator's mind at this moment operates like a pure mechanical analytical engine, filtering out all forest noise to focus on a single target. The prey's instinct suddenly speaks. An invisible aura of death in the air makes the deer freeze. It stands motionless, every sense strained to detect the threat. Time seems to stop in the frozen forest. Just a single minor movement from the tiger now will ruin the entire hours-long stalking plan. But the king of the taiga knows how to master time. It maintains its posture, even holding its breath to avoid creating any mist in the air. This ruthless patience is what separates an expert hunter from amateurs. When the deer finds nothing unusual and lowers its head, its fate is sealed. And then, the explosive moment arrives. No more patience, no more camouflage. The tiger releases the full force of energy compressed within its muscles. The thick snow is torn apart under the terrifying leap. Reaching speeds of over 80 kilometers per hour in a short sprint. It darts like a gray and orange arrow, ripping through the freezing air. The prey realizes the danger and uses its last remaining strength to flee. It leaps over fallen logs, trying to use its agility to escape death. But the short distance allows no room for error. The tiger has already blocked its retreat with a perfect trajectory. The impact from behind, with the force of a small truck, slams the deer onto the cold snow. The desperate struggle of life clashes with the ruthless precision of the hunter. Both roll amidst the thick cloud of snow, turning a peaceful corner of the taiga into a fierce arena of life and death. Canine teeth, nearly 10 centimeters long, sink deep into the throat, cutting off all air. This is the perfect lethal weapon granted by nature. There is no hatred, no cruelty, only the pure law of survival. One life must fall, so another can continue to exist. Everything gradually returns to the inherent silence of the forest. The battle for survival ends with victory for the king of the taiga. This meal temporarily secures its life for the coming week in the harsh winter. But the tiger cannot afford to let its guard down. The scent of blood may attract other opportunists. As its misty breath dissolves into the freezing air, the solitary ghost prepares to continue its endless wandering beneath the Siberian sky. It proudly rules this frozen kingdom, an uncrowned king, undefeated, but forever alone. Unlike the solitude of the Siberian tiger, the world of the gray wolf operates under a completely different law: absolute discipline and unity. Across the vast snowfields where the cold can freeze all sources of life, a wolf clan is on the move. They do not travel in chaos, but follow one another in a single straight line, Each wolf behind steps precisely into the footprints of the one ahead to conserve energy and conceal their true numbers from rivals. Leading this clan is the alpha pair, the most powerful and resilient leaders, not relying solely on muscular strength to determine status. The Siberian wolf leader maintains power through experience and superior collective intelligence. Every decision on where to go, which prey to hunt, or when to retreat depends on the nod of this proud guide. In the quiet space of winter, a sacred sound suddenly rises, piercing the freezing night. It is the pack call howl. This howl is not a baseless threat, but a sophisticated navigation system. It informs lost members of the gathering location, asserts territorial sovereignty against rival packs, and signals preparations for a major hunt. From all corners of the frozen valley, responding howls echo in rapid succession. The chorus of the Siberian wolf pack connects these wild souls into one. In the biting cold, that sound seems to warm the pack's survival will. Solitude vanishes completely, giving way to the power of an inseparable bond. Before entering battle, the pack always takes time for bonding rituals. The head nudges and gentle face licks are not just expressions of affection, but their way of reinforcing trust and absolute obedience to collective discipline. Every individual understands that a lone wolf can hardly survive the Siberian winter, but a united pack can take down any giant. Their target for this time has been identified. The hunt officially begins. The pack quickly disperses, executing a highly sophisticated crescent-shaped ambush tactic. There is no chaos or jostling for position. Each wolf is assigned a specific role based on age, health, and experience. The bait, the pursuers, and the tail-blocking ambushers. Their opponent today is a true giant of the temperate zone, a massive moose with overwhelming stature and strength. With thick hide and sharp, wide antlers, the prey can easily fling or crush a wolf if confronted directly. Therefore, the wolf pack never attacks blindly using brute muscular strength. The youngest and most agile wolves are deployed as pioneers. Their role is not to kill, but to provoke. They dart back and forth in front of the prey, barking and making feigned lunges to break the large creature's solid defensive stance. The ultimate goal is to find a weakness, forcing the prey to lose composure and drive it away from its safe cover. The psychological battle has yielded results. The target panics and makes the mistake of turning to bolt into the deep snow. Instantly, the expert hunters ambushing on the flanks spring into action. They do not waste energy on a pure speed race, but take turns pursuing, driving the prey into predefined terrain traps beneath the thick snow. The exhausted prey is cornered in a dry creek bed. At this moment, the pack does not rush in for an immediate kill. They close the circle, moving around to drain the last bits of the prey's resisting strength. This is the terrifying coldness of organized predators. They master the game with nature's patience and scientific calculation. The alpha wolf signals the final blow. It strikes first, targeting the weakness in the hind legs to throw the opponent off balance. Instantly, like a perfectly programmed machine, the entire pack lunges simultaneously from all directions. The seamless coordination among individuals leaves the giant prey unable to defend against so many attacks at once. The hunt is over. But even while enjoying the rewards, pack discipline is strictly maintained. The alpha wolf always eats first to restore energy, followed by the other members according to their exact hierarchy. There is no chaotic fighting. This order ensures the wolf clan always has the strongest leaders to protect the pack against the harsh Siberian environment. While giant predators like tigers or gray wolves rule the taiga forests, in the vast open tundra of northern Siberia, where the cold reaches its extreme, a smaller creature possesses survival tactics that are just as ingenious. The Arctic fox. In this frozen desert, where there are no trees for shelter, life demands a completely different set of skills. The art of transformation and sharp opportunism. The first weapon that helps them confront the Siberian winter is not claws, but nature's perfect overcoat. The thick two-layered fur of the Arctic fox provides the best insulation among all mammals. When the blizzard rolls in, they simply curl up, using their long, fluffy tail as a warm blanket to cover their nose and face, patiently waiting for nature's fury to pass. But the most miraculous thing lies in their ability to transform over time. When the short summer arrives, their fur shifts to a grayish-brown to blend with the rocks and moss of the tundra. And when winter knocks on the door bringing the first snowflakes, a silent metamorphosis occurs. The old fur sheds, giving way to a pure white, transforming them into an invisible entity, perfectly dissolved into the snow. With its ultimate camouflage, the Arctic fox begins its winter hunt. On the surface, there appears to be absolutely no sign of life. But the world of the Arctic fox lies in what cannot be seen with the naked eye. It stops, balances its body, and begins to prick up its ears toward the deep snow. It is listening. Its short, small, and rounded ears are a mechanical masterpiece of nature. They are designed not to freeze in -50-degree cold, while acting like an ultra-sensitive acoustic radar. The sound processor in its brain allows it to hear the tiniest vibrations from a distance, piercing through over a meter of thick snow. Deep beneath that snow, a completely different underground world is operating. Lemmings, the primary food source of the Arctic fox, are moving through narrow snow tunnels. They believe the thick snow is a safe shield protecting them from the dangerous world above. But they do not know that their tiny footsteps are drawing a location map for the predator waiting on top. Watch the way it tilts its head. This seemingly funny gesture is actually a highly precise acoustic triangulation tactic. By shifting the angle of its ears, the fox calculates the intersecting coordinates of the sound source along vertical and horizontal axes. When the two audio streams strike its ears at the exact same volume and timing, the target is locked. The fox's body at this moment is taut like a fully drawn bow. Power is focused entirely into its small yet supple hind legs. There is no room for any error in force or jumping angle. If it jumps too short or too long, the lemming will instantly escape through another turn of the underground tunnel. Head first into the snow. This daring dive requires enough force to break through the hard ice crust on the snow's surface. At this moment, the front half of the fox is completely submerged in the cold earth, leaving only its fluffy tail and hind legs kicking in the air, creating a truly comical image of the wild world. Beneath the deep snow, a lightning-fast battle of jaws has unfolded. As the fox pulls its head from the hole, the answer is clear. A plump lemming sits secured in its mouth. The leap that wagered its entire body has brought a well-deserved reward. The fox shakes its head vigorously, brushing off the snow clinging to its face, ready to enjoy the fruit of its patience. However, lemmings are not the only life source keeping them through the harsh winter. The Arctic fox is also a great opportunist. They often secretly trail behind apex predators like polar bears or wolves. When these giants finish their meals and leave behind leftover bones, the Arctic fox quickly steps in to clean up the rest. A survival strategy built on intelligence and yielding to the powerful. Surviving amidst the Siberian tundra does not require a giant body or destructive strength. With its magical color-changing camouflage coat and a mind that exploits every opportunity, the little joker of the far north still walks proudly, turning the harshest challenges into a stage for the ultimate art of survival. Leaving the open tundra behind, our journey of survival takes us to the heart of Siberia, where Lake Baikal reigns, the oldest and deepest freshwater lake on the planet. In winter, the lake's surface turns into a giant ice sheet, as hard as steel and up to 2 meters thick. It seems as though life beneath the deep water is completely isolated from the world above. But right in this harsh, frozen kingdom, a unique creature quietly masters the game. That is the Nerpa seal, also known as the Baikal seal, the only strictly freshwater seal species in the world. How a creature that originally belonged to the ocean could appear and thrive deep within the Siberian continent remains a fascinating question. With a plump, rounded body designed to store a thick layer of blubber, they glide through the freezing water effortlessly, turning the aquatic world beneath the ice into their safe home. However, despite being able to hold their breath underwater for over 40 minutes, Nerpa seals are still mammals. They must breathe oxygen to sustain life. When winter tightens its grip, and freezes the entire surface of Lake Baikal, their greatest challenge is finding a way to access the air. A life and death puzzle when above their heads lies a solid ice shield over 2 meters thick. To solve this puzzle, nature has equipped the Nerpa seal with an exclusive evolutionary weapon, front flippers with claws thicker and sharper than any other seal species on Earth. These claws are as hard as steel drill bits, specialized for a single mission: conquering the ice to claim life. The tunneling process begins as soon as the first ice forms in late autumn and is maintained persistently throughout the winter. The Nerpa seal scratches continuously, wearing away the hard ice millimeter by millimeter. This work demands extraordinary perseverance and expends a vast amount of energy. They must keep this breathing hole open, for if neglected for just one night, the sub-zero Siberian cold will instantly freeze it shut again. The fruit of this persistent labor is a sophisticated breathing tunnel system hidden deep within the thick ice sheet. This layer is not merely a straight hole. It usually features a dome structure expanding above the waterline, but capped by a thick layer of snow on the lake's surface. From the outside, no one can detect the warmth hidden inside the ice. The Nerpa seal pokes its nose up, enjoying precious oxygen in absolute safety. But safety in Siberia is always relative. On the solid ice of Lake Baikal, bloodthirsty predators like wolves or foxes wander in hunger. Sight cannot help them see through the snow and ice, but a sharp sense of smell can detect the seal's scent wafting through tiny cracks in the snow cover over the breathing hole. Nerpa's survival is tested once more. The predator stops. Instinct tells it that food is right beneath its paws. It begins frantically clawing at the thick snow, trying to widen the breathing hole to grab the prey below. The sound of claws scratching against the icy snow vibrates down into the aquatic world, sending a red alert to the resting seal. Without a moment of hesitation, the Nerpa seal lets itself free fall back into the deep water. It possesses an absolute advantage, a system of multiple breathing holes scattered across a range of hundreds of meters. If one location is compromised, they simply dive to a backup hole to hide. This clever risk dispersion strategy keeps the small seal one step ahead of its land-based enemies. The predator above, after a period of hard digging, receives only an empty ice hole and freezing water. The hunt has failed. In the Siberian winter, the line between a full meal and death from starvation is incredibly thin. The animal slinks away, continuing its hopeless search across the vast frozen lake. The underground breathing holes are not only a means of survival, but in late winter, they also serve as a safe nursery for the future generation. The mother Nerpa seal gives birth right inside the ice caves discreetly covered by snow. The pup is born with fur as white as a cotton ball. Rendering it completely invisible to predatory birds and land enemies, until it is strong enough to take to the water. As winter enters its harshest phase, all life sources on the surface of the Siberian tundra are practically wiped out. For herbivores, staying means death. That is when one of nature's most magnificent chapters is written, the Great Migration of the Siberian reindeer. Thousands of individuals gather, forming a living torrent, beginning a 10,000-mile journey through terrifying blizzards to flee impending starvation and death. To endure this arduous journey, reindeer possess a body design perfectly tailored for the polar region. Their hooves are an evolutionary masterpiece. In winter, the soft foot pads shrink, giving way to the wide-spreading hard horn edges of the hoof. This structure functions like a natural snowshoe, helping them distribute their weight to avoid sinking deep and grip firmly onto slippery ice sheets. The greatest challenge on the migration route is searching for food. Their only source of life right now is lichen, a primitive plant hidden deep beneath the thick snow. Using their iron-like hooves, the reindeer scratch continuously into the frozen ground. They can smell lichen through snow up to half a meter thick. This patience helps them maintain the meager bits of energy needed to keep walking. These dry, frozen bits of lichen are the only lifeline in the White Desert. Every bite is traded for exhausting labor. Breath freezing into thick white clouds in the -40-degree cold. The reindeer seize every brief moment to recharge before a worse blizzard strikes. In this life and death journey, the law of nature is brutally ruthless. There is no room for delay. The aged, exhausted individuals or the weak young ones gradually fall behind. As the distance between them and the main herd widens, they understand they are stepping closer to the edge of death. Because in the shadow of the blizzard, predatory eyes are already in position. The disciplined hunters of the vast Taiga make their appearance once more. Upon this open tundra, the Siberian gray wolves stay true to their patient tactics, shadowing every footprint of the migrating herd. They do not launch a reckless assault into the fortified center. Instead, they stalk silently on the fringes, waiting for the weak to drift away from the collective protection. The chase explodes. The alpha wolf launches the attack, leading the expert hunters as they dash like arrows piercing the snow curtain. They execute their crescent ambush tactic, seeking to cut off every path for the poor reindeer to return to the herd. The ultimate survival battle between speed and endurance officially begins. survival instinct surges. The reindeer mobilizes its last drops of energy to gallop. Its massive antlers tilt backward, its wide hooves striving to propel the body forward. In the biting cold, every stride is a wager on life. It knows that with just one stumble, this game of life and death will end. The gap gradually closes. Two ambushing wolves dash from the flanks, closing in and attempting a decisive lunge at the hind legs. But the reindeer does not resign to surrender. It uses its powerful antlers as a weapon, swinging vigorously to repel the enemies. The herbivore's resilience clashes directly with the carnivore's iron discipline. With a phenomenal burst of effort, the reindeer makes a decisive leap across the frozen creek, plunging straight into the fringes of the herd, turning back to its rescue. Seeing their target dissolve into a fortress of thousands of sharp antlers, the wolf pack is forced to halt. They well know that attacking a unified front now is far too hazardous. The hunt comes to a close without a single drop of blood spilled. Today, life has prevailed through an indomitable will to survive, but the pack will push on. For in this world, perseverance is what determines who gets to see tomorrow's sun. Having crossed the boundary of death, the reindeer herd resumes its walk. On the distant horizon, the winter sunset dyes the entire frozen region red. The storm has passed, giving way to the sacred silence of the wilderness. The 10,000-mile journey is still long, but each step they take is a resilient affirmation of life's power over adversity. The Siberian frost is not just a weather challenge, but a great teacher of life. It teaches all creatures that strength lies not only in muscles, but exists within discipline, patience, and a resilient will that never surrenders to adversity. Please leave a like and hit subscribe to join us as we continue to explore the next great survival journeys of the wild world. Thank you for watching.